What's up, guys? In this tutorial I'm not going to be starting a game yet because I think there are some more basic things that we need to just know about before we can do that. And this is going to be a pretty short tutorial, so what I'm going to be teaching you about now is going to be classes. And classes are basically broken up parts of your code that just make your code easier to understand. I think it'll make more sense when we get an example in. So, for an example, what we're going to do today is, if you remember, we've been using this class called, or the object called keyboard from that class that I made you, that package that I made you install all the way back in like my first tutorial. Um, Today we're gonna replace that with our own class that we can use in all our projects and stuff, and we don't have to give credit to anyone else for it because it's our own programming. So the what we're basically the basic code is gonna be this, but it's not exactly gonna be this. So let's get started. I'm just gonna create a new class. And we're gonna call our class the keyboard class, and then finish. Okay, that's all we need. And we're gonna need to import something. Import java.io asterisk to import everything. And this is a standard library in Java, so we don't need to install anything or anything like that for it. Okay. And then we're gonna now we're gonna have to create like methods in it and attributes of the class. So there's going to be one attribute for the class, and that is going to be a buffered reader called reader. And then we're gonna have a constructor for a class. Now, what a constructor does is it's automatically called up when you create an object for this class. So it'll make more sense as we get it all in, and then I can go back and explain it. So we want public keyboard. I don't think there are any parameters. And we're gonna make reader, reader, equal to a new input stream, input stream reader, and we're gonna have system.in. Okay. So this is really all we need for the constructor. And then we're gonna have methods. Now, methods are the little bits of code that you can call up from an object. So since this is a keyboard, we're gonna be reading the keyboard from this, so we can do a public read line method. And we can ask for the prompt as a string. And then what we can do, actually this is going to be string read line, prompt as string. Okay, yeah. So then what we do is we say system.out.print, print out the prompt, and then this is gonna be a try catch, try to make actually another thing. We're gonna have to create a string input. Okay, and then we're gonna say that input should equal the reader dot read line, and if that fails, we want that to catch the IO exception. Call it EX. And we're gonna print out system.out.println error reading line. Now you shouldn't really need this, but you have to put it in for it to work. So we're gonna go ahead and save this. Okay, and then we're gonna create another class, and this is gonna be our main class. This is where the program actually takes place. So we're gonna have a main method in here. Finish. Okay. Yeah. So once we have this, we can go ahead and create an object for this keyboard class. So what that entails is you say keyboard, we can call it keyboard or variable. It's like a variable. An object is like a variable based on that class. So keyboard equals new keyboard. Okay, so now when you set this keyboard to the new keyboard, what this does is it runs this this constructor for your keyboard object. So that's why oftentimes you have to put this new here. So that's basically creating your keyboard object. And now we can say keyboard dot. We use the dot and then the method name, which is read line, and then we have to give it a prompt. So enter your name. Make sure that's in quotes, and this needs to give to a string name. String name equals this. And then we can go system.out.println name. Oops, not in quotes. Name. Okay, and let's see if this works. It should. Oh no, we do not want to continue. What's going on? What did I? Oh, see, this is why those semicolons are really important. This again. No, okay. Error incompatible types. Oh, okay. This needs to be buffered reader, and then in parentheses this thing. Okay. No, again. Cannot find symbol. What can't it find? Oh, and we want another new here. Okay, that should be it. Or not, maybe not. Right. Okay, so this is actually kind of an important error that I made. Once we have that input, we have to give it back to the user. So we do return input. Oops, not input. Input. So why I used string here instead of public is because when the user calls this read line, we are returning a string, and it's not just a method and the code that it's going through. We're actually returning something at the end, and that's why it has to be a return input. And that's what I missed the first time I did this. So you can save this and run it again. What is it now? Output turn. Variable input might not have been initialized. But that really doesn't matter. Huh. Okay, well, what we can do is we can initialize it up here. Actually, what we should, no, yeah, we'll just initialize it here. We'll make things simpler. Crossing my fingers. Oh, yes, it works. Okay. I'm gonna put in my name. Why is it doing that? Oh, because it's going to that other class. We're gonna go ahead and delete this. Okay, and now we want to run the main class, which won't work because this is still running. Okay. Now let's try this. Build main, build keyboard, and run main. Is it gonna work? Is it not? Oh, yes, yes. This is my name. And look, it prints it back out. So this is the perfect keyboard class, and we can use this for whatever program we want. By, first of all, we just need to copy and paste this class into whatever project we're going to use it for, and then we have to make an object for it, and then we can use it to read any kind of line. And right now it's returning a string, but we can make it return whatever we want. So I can cover that in the next tutorial. And have a happy new year, guys. See you next time.